My name is Aiden and this speech is for CTA 103. Have you ever heard of the bass? Most likely not, but many of your favorite songs contain this instrument and you may not have even heard it. This is my bass right here. I actually play the bass. It's a very incredible instrument. It can make very specific sounds that most guitars actually can't, and that's what differentiates it from a guitar. It can get very deep, low tones. The bass, commonly mistaken for the electric guitar, is not in fact the same. The bass and guitar are different in many ways. However, firstly, we should discuss the types of basses. The bass guitar can typically be found in a few body styles, the first one being a double cutaway shape, which is shaped like a normal electric guitar, just a little bit bigger. This is the most common variation by far. Another body style is a more rounded look with sharp horns, which is actually what my bass is. It's a LTD ESP, and that's just the style that they make them in. This style can commonly be found in Ibanez or ESP. This is a good example of what the instrument is. Another aspect that is important to the bass is the weight and density of the bass. Electric basses are typically hard body. This is important because it allows the bass to play very deep notes and resonate. Now, the difference between the guitar and bass, one major difference with a bass and a guitar is the length of fretboard. So on your average guitar, it's going to be 20 to 22 strings long. On a bass guitar, it's going to be anywhere from 24 to 32. You can have as many as you want, just because they're already built with a much longer fretboard than a normal guitar would be. Another thing that differentiates them is the amount of strings. A guitar typically only has about 6 strings, whereas a bass actually only has 4 to 5 strings usually. Mine's a 5-string, but a lot of people just play 4 strings. Although the bass and guitar are similar, they're not the same thing. There are different variations of the bass, some that make smooth, warm noises, while others make loud, distorted sounds. A very large variety of music genres have special basses catered to their specific sound. One of my favorite types of bass is a rock bass, which is what my bass is. It's meant to make grungy, distorted sounds. And it's a bass with deep tones that you can feel rush through your body. This is what the bass is meant for. Typically, you will find these types of bass in rock, metal, and grunge music. They're amazing sounding basses and a staple of music history. Another wonderful bass that is very special in its own way is the jazz bass. The jazz bass is known for its smooth, silky tones, typically ranging on the higher pitch end for bass sound output. These bass only achieve the sound due to their dual single coil pickups. This in turn creates a very soft sound. When looking at the type of music this bass is typically in, there's only really a few. There's jazz, progressive metal, and jazz fusion. Those are about 3. Those are about the most popular you'll find jazz basses in. And they're one of the most distinct sounding basses for sure. The bass is a very underutilized instrument in the music scene, however. The bass was much more commonly implemented in music in the 50s through the 80s. Now the bass can just be added to songs digitally, so it's definitely fallen off in the actual industry and being used. Something interesting about the bass is it's a support instrument, however. Typically, when you are listening to a song, you hear the guitar or other instruments over the bass. This is because the bass creates a rhythm of the song while the guitar is the lead. However, when you remove the bass, the song can be ruined. It can lead to no beat. There can be no melody without the bass. The bass guitar is a very special instrument, being different yet similar to the guitar. It creates amazing deep tones along with many varieties you can choose from, all making different sounds. Finally, how important it is to the music industry and its role in writing a song. The bass is a wonderful instrument that you could pick up too.